Morning, everybody. We are live. We're already back. Y'all getting me 3 times in a row? Like, goodness. Y'all been blessed. Either way, today is Friday. We are opening up from yesterday's session, which technically we're still in the overnight session because New York has not opened yet. So, got about an hour, 15 minutes left until the New York Open. But we're just being patient here. We have news coming out in about 17 minutes, actually, give or take 15. I'm just going to round up, because that's what I do. I'm Asian. I do math. And I love doing math when there's money involved for me. My money. Anybody else's money? Sorry, dog. You got to do your own. Look, man, I'm more focused on my own stuff. Because once I get myself set, then I can go help people. I want to give you guys a little bit of an interlog. Before we do that, as always, this stream is just for entertainment purposes only. Do not copy any of my trades. This is not financial advice. So let's get on the day here. We see, yesterday we opened up. What a move. Went all the way up to 150. Looks like they went all the way till maybe London Open. And then it just has been taken down ever since. So we're right now in this zone. Kind of look at it like a kind of a bounce zone, to be honest, within this whole junk and a demand zone. Kind of makes sense too, because if I extend this out, you got this over here. So look, resistance, support, support, and now we're back testing it. So something just to keep in mind. This is nothing that is groundbreaking. This is just very, very basic stuff that you can find anywhere on YouTube. All right, so this is not coming from me. It's just stuff that I've learned from watching other videos. Either way, let's see, make sure my brackets are set here correctly. The news that is coming out in about 15 minutes is going to be some pretty big news, so going to be quite interesting to say the least. To say the least. Oh, this is driving me crazy. Hey, at the bottom. If you did catch the short here, though, that was a pretty 25.90. I mean, that was over 100 points. So, I mean, right now, well, you're technically sitting at 200 if you help through this whole little mess. But, man. For me, though, unfortunately, I'm not awake during that time, so. Oh, no. Crap. Ugh. I'm not looking at trading, I'm looking at my other stuff. $13 more minutes here. Let's see what we can do today. Come on. Either way, it's Friday. Let's see if we can let's see what here. Let's look at the daily chart here. See what we got. Coming back down. Obviously, we've been talking about this for the past couple of nights where it's chopping between like this range up here, 25, 400, and basically 1,000 point range on the daily chart, that is. That's crazy though. What are the chances that if you can grab this, that would be wild, you know? But you can't hold overnight with prop firms, so just make sure that you guys are aware of that. Make sure y'all are aware of that. Do we get a continuation of the sell for the news that comes out? I mean, news is unpredictable, to be honest. You can't really predict. I'm not going to be trading the news. Once the news comes out, I'm not going to be sitting here waiting until 7:30 for it to come out. I'm just going to chill and let the news come out and see, you know, what the market wants to do at that point. All right, punched in. Hey, that's what's up. Let me grab a water very quick, y'all. Gotta stay hydrated. Oh, yeah. Ten more minutes until the news comes out. Gotta be patient. Being patient. Being patient. Being patient. Being patient. I still haven't figured out what I want to put up there. Well, I do know what I need to put up there. I just haven't committed to building it out yet. The little, you know, top right area of my stream, if you're looking at it, it's just a black box with this stream is for entertainment purpose only, not financial advice, which is 100% true. And that's my Instagram handle. I do a little bit of fitness there if y'all want to tag. Follow me on that tag. I'm a health nut. It's like going to the gym whenever I'm, you know. That's not right. I'm gonna mute myself so you don't have to hear the order filled. On Trade of 8. Is there a way to turn that off though? I mean, I kind of like it. I really don't want to turn it off. Oh, come on, Brad. You didn't accept it. Sorry, y'all. Got about 8 more minutes until market open. 8 more minutes until market open. We are below VWAP though. And we're back in this little support zone. 6 more minutes until market open. I mean, well, not market open until the news. Gosh, kind of talked about it last night on the Asia stream. If you haven't tuned in to that, subscribe and turn on the notification bell because I am going live more often this year. Sometimes you'll catch me in the morning, sometimes you'll catch me at night, so you don't want to miss the entertainment. That's not financial advice, but it's just pure entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what we got here. The news should be a big mover. We've got a lot of 3-star news coming out. It's like non-farm payroll, which that's a big mover, and got a lot of other jazz as well. So, gonna be a very interesting take. Do we just move up back to 25,000s here once the news comes out? 5 more minutes. And there is also a delay on my stream as well. So if anybody has a question, you're asking in the chat and you're like, why is this guy not getting back to me? It's because there's a stream delay. But I see your questions, whatever you ask, in live time. It's just my stream is delayed. And I haven't figured out how to get that down. I think it's latency, which I've turned it down to ultra low. So that really shouldn't be that much. But I just gotta figure it out, to be honest. Four minutes until, well, 3 minutes and 20 seconds. If you want to go into that, just sit here being patient. Man, it would have been nice to take a little long entry here and get a little 10 pointer. Get that little 10 point. Get that little 10 point. We've got, let's see here, 2 more minutos. 2 more minutos. You know what? I think I need to get some background music or something chill like do, 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 do. Something like that. I used to have background music, but every time I would put it in, I would get copyright strike. Well, not a copyright strike, but I would get, like a, what do you call it? Wouldn't be able to monetize it, which I'm not even able to monetize my account yet, but just for future references, I'm like, I don't want to have to freaking keep dealing with that. So that's why there's no background music, if y'all are wondering. But if y'all know a good place where I can find some non-copyright music, let me know in the chat. I am open to suggestions. All right, a minute 20 left until the news comes out. We should start seeing volatility kind of thin out right here within the next about 10 seconds. Everybody's going to be holding back. People got the orders. Definitely going to just kind of sit here and see what happens. I'm not a gambling. Magic, how's it going? Good morning. Good morning. I guess actually it would be afternoon for you, right? Yeah, for real, dude. This is gonna be interesting. We're about to open up the not open up the freaking New York. I'm so used to just saying that. We're about to see the news, which is NFP, and then some other 3-star news. So some pretty big folder news. Dang, that's crazy. It's already 2:29 over there. You done already done your shift. Work your job. I've been asleep and I just hit the gym early this morning, so I'm here. It doesn't seem like I've left. I know it's just like the same, kind of vibrant color. It's like, but it's morning. Right now it's like it's about to be 7:30 and Noose is out. Here we go. Oh, what's going on? Okay, there we go. Oh, there we go. I am hands off. I'm not allowed to trade Noose either way, so hands off, hands off. I think I just gotta wait till a minute after. Plus, this is kind of hard to trade. I mean, Noose is tricky. If I were a gambling man, this is great though. I'm glad we're getting some kind of little spike, because I think some of the past couple of nooses that we've had come out has been kind of lame, to be honest. It's just like 50-point like spikes, and I'm like 50 points. It's 50 points is quite a bit. If you can capture 50 points, that is great. But for news, I mean, like, eh, you know, like I want big movers. I don't want freaking, this little 50-point. Like, leave that for the New York session. I need you to go ballistic. There we go. First minute has passed. We've broken down, so I wonder if we're gonna continue this sell, because we're really in this range here of like the chop. So had some support here and resistance. So like this whole area 24,800, we might just maybe chop here for a bit until the morning, until the official open, which is in an hour. Dang, you had a short, one micro short. So break even 25.70. Dog, that is tough. So I'm assuming you shorted up here, and then yeah, dude. I mean, 70 you guys stopped out. I mean, it was like 30 points. I don't know. Oh, it's break even. So, but either way, man. Jeez. Yeah, if you would have left that overnight, you would have caught a fat winner, dude. I mean, even if you timed it, you closed early down here, that would still been over 100 points. Yeah, I mean, would have been up 300, dude. Oh, that's tough. It's one of the things that sometimes kind of just eats at you, man. Cause you're like, dude, what the heck is this? Honestly, it's just aggravating too. Cause you're like, dude, really? Like, are you serious? Stop me out just by I get break even trade, and then it goes in the direction you want. Here we go, new candle here in about. There we go, new candle. So we'll come back into this range, looking good. I'm gonna try to attempt to take a short here, see if we can get this bounce off of 90 down here and just bounce back up to 800. Looking for a quick 10-point winner. Unless it doesn't want to come down here and tag me in, that would be unfortunate. Okay, here we go. Let's go bounce up. Come on, come on. Give it to me. Give it to me. There we go. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I know, right? Dude, that's the thing that sucks is, you know, sometimes you just have to accept it, that it is what it is. You take that loss, and that's the thing, is that there are always more opportunities. Sometimes though, when you get emotional, I think we've all been here where you're like, man, like I need to get this money back right now. Like, I don't care about the next opportunities. I want this back right now. Woo, good thing I took that Base hit, dude. I'm telling you. My bread and butter. I kind of wanted to move it up, but I'm like, let me just get the 10 points. So up to 190 on the day. Balance is at 23.50. Let's wait and see. I think the market's probably still going to flip back up. So, probably still have an opportunity to go long. But I kind of want to just be patient here a little bit. Wait to see if the market is just faking everybody out. But it looks like it's wanting to flip green. So, I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to taking another long, take another jab long. And you take it flip green. But let's just be patient. I want to be a little bit smart about this. It's probably going to flip up now that I don't get in. But you know what? We'll just be okay with it. I'll just lie to myself and tell myself that I am okay with it. There we go, new 5-minute candle. It's pushing up. Definitely glad that I got my 10 point though. I definitely would have gotten stopped out first, and then it would have, now I would have been sitting here and be like, dang, I got bottom ticked. Which that would have been tough. That would have been no bueno, man. 5-minute, not looking. I think we probably still get a bump back below 20. Yeah, there we go. Five-minute bump. I bet we test 24,800s again. I wouldn't be surprised. We got about 15 seconds until the next 3-minute candle open. That's what I'm looking at right now. Shopping seeing some weakness. This is good. Good for a little push back to the upside. But let's just be patient. I do though want to get more funded accounts, so once I get a couple more payouts, I'm probably gonna log up, get some more valuations and pass more accounts. Really just try to max out my funded accounts. Because it's nice to have multiple, right? Or if you blow one, you can just keep getting more. Right now, I just have 2. So one funded account that I'll be activating next Monday, and then I got this one here right now. So technically, I guess, in technicality, only one right now that I'm really trading with. Looks like the Bears are still a little bit in control here. They're not want to give up. ES is kind of falling back down, so kind of a tricky spot to trade. But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if we tested 24,800 again. Whoop, and continuing to fall down. If this candle flips green though, I think I would have an appetite to take a long, just because we're in this really demand zone and have about an hour left until market open. But for now, the Bears are still in control. And if they want to keep going down, hey, be my guest. Y'all can be my guest. I don't want to be that guy that tries to fight you. Although I will do counter trend trades too, just for little quick pullbacks. But sometimes that always doesn't work out. Trend is obviously down. I don't know. Sometimes it's so hard to get in with the trend, right? We all have heard before that the trend is your friend, but it always seems like it's overextended, but it is never, never overextended. It's only overextended when you've been blown out. Oh, pause. When you've blown your account, okay, blown your account, and you've blown a couple more, that's when the market decides to reverse and go the way you want. That's what I meant to say. Ooh, close down here. That's a bearish close. not looking good for the Bulls. So I'm glad I took my 10-pointer earlier. Can't be mad at that. Hmm. What now? What now? Looks like, I mean, 700s might be coming up. Are we really going to go down there? 720, yeah, right at this low. Come back into this junk now. Although, since we've just been selling, does that mean that the market, at the market open, we're going to, blast on up? Is that what's going to happen? Or is today just a selling day? Because I'm looking at the daily chart. I mean, yeah, 700's coming up, 600s, 24,600s. I mean, it could be doable when you know. But then again, as always, anything's doable, right? This is trading. Anything goes and anything goes. Anything can happen. Gotta stay hydrated, folks. If there's anything I will harp on and I will preach about, it's staying hydrated. So many people out there just don't drink enough water and they're like, why does my head hurt? Like, my God, you haven't had enough water. Your brain needs water. That's what's keeping it kind of, floating in your head. There's water. That's why it's not crashing into the side of your brain. So stay hydrated. Oh, man. Yo, that's about to be a 100-point drop. That was not even the news. You cut that short. Congratulations. You're now sitting about 90 points. Coming down. Are they going to break it? Let's zoom in, guys. 35. They got to break it. Will the Bulls hold it? Oh. Will they hold it? The Bears want it. The Bears want it. They're fighting. This fight's going down. That's 35. I'm super zoomed in right now. Sorry, y'all, but just want to show you guys. They're going down. Oh, no. The Bears are losing ground. All right, I'll zoom back out. Sorry, guys. A little bit childish. But you gotta have some fun, right? Look, sometimes in life, you just gotta have some fun. Can't take yourself too seriously. We're all gonna make dumb mistakes in our life. We're all gonna be judged. But at the end of the day, we're all gonna die and be 6 feet under eventually. So, don't take yourself too seriously. Doesn't mean you can do something bad, though. If you're gonna do something evil, hey, I don't know you, and you should be jailed. But it's just my hot take. Oh, they finally broke it. I wasn't even paying attention. Interesting. If y'all see this, this is my laptop. Sorry, y'all. Let me put it down a little bit. I still work the job, so it's not a job. It's a job. Very different. So if you see me looking down here, it's because I'm focusing on something else. But when I look here, I'm looking at you. But when I look here, I'm looking at my other screen. But when I look here, I'm looking at the main screen of my trading screen. Screens. I know we kind of talked a little bit last night about training on the phone, but sometimes, it's nice to be able to just sit here and be like, oh, I got so many screens. If I wasn't a streamer, probably wouldn't even have I would still have a computer. I love gaming on computer and stuff. And you just gotta have it too for editing videos and whatnot. So, but if not, man, if I could stream on my phone, I would just be sitting there. I think it's possible. There are some people that stream on their phone, but they're connected to like their computers and whatnot. So you got that. Looks like the Bears are losing some ground here. They're showing a little bit of weakness. Kind of just drawing this out. As soon as I say that, they come in. Look at that. The market makers are watching, guys. I know everybody likes to joke about this. Every other streamer out there, but I don't know. It just feels like it. It does not feel like a joke. Okay, so here we go. 700. Man, Magic. Imagine if you would have, dude, you held that. Yeah, definitely 300 points now. I mean, granted, news would have been unpredictable, right? But let's say that, you're like, well, I have some points. You just held through it. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Would have been a nasty trade, dude. 300 points. Even one micro. What's that? That's $600, dude. Yeah. Noose is tough. But I mean, you capture 100 points, dude, $200, $600. Shoot, I'll take that any day, man. You give me $600 a day, like, no complaints, right? Nice. Is that on a funded account that you were trading with, or is that a live account? Let's see, market. Still bumping down. But I definitely not feeling, man. Coming back from being a drawdown to break even, it's a good feeling. Kind of lifts like the pressure off, and you're like, thank goodness. You're just kind of buying through a funded account. Okay, nice. Dude, that's what's up, man. And you did overnight too, so now you still got, you know, the New York session to trade. So you still have this morning. Well, I guess it's afternoon for you. It's morning for me. Sorry. But it's 2:30. So the market opens at 3:30 for you in the afternoon? I'm assuming. Is that right? Or am I wrong? Ooh. Yo, we're just freaking crashing. We might even see 600s. Oh, dude, that would be disgusting. Man, move that much overnight? 400 points? Gosh. 3:30, okay. Dang, that's such an odd time, dude. But I mean, you know what? Props to you people out there, that are hours ahead of the US that are making it happen, man. I have respect. Cause, you know, obviously us US folks are a little bit spoiled because the market is, standardized to our morning. So it's a little bit more convenient for us, I would say, I guess. Well, depending on your situation, if you can't really be on your phone or whatnot, like if you're in construction, then it would be hard. But I mean, for anybody out there that's coming in the afternoon, you've been doing your job, getting battered and beat, and now you have to kind of stress about, oh, I got to come to the market and, get abused there too. But I'm not saying I'm ungrateful, I think definitely blessed to be in a situation I'm in, and anybody that's able to trade, I think it's great. But props to you guys, make it happen. No excuses. That is where it's at. No excuses, no excuses. Let's see here. Do we finally get a little bit of a consolidation? I wouldn't be opposed to, you know, getting in and get another base hit, 10 points, you know? But if the market wants to give me 50 points, like as soon as I enter, I'm not gonna say no to that. Really? Well, I guess I've never traded it before. Well, I lied. I've done it once whenever I was in Switzerland, just trying to flip trade some stuff, which is a little bit tricky because I hadn't adjusted to the time whenever I visited, for instance, Switzerland. But I guess it is, if you're coming home and oh yeah, that's true, huh? That is true. 9:30 your time. Cause I remember, I think you work in a restaurant. Yeah, dude, that would be tough. Imagine friggin' you cooking up or whatever cooking up some food, and you're like, hold on, I gotta put this trade in, dude. That would be tough. Take a little, sneak away on your break. Be like, I got 15 minutes to get my trade in. I gotta hurry up and I gotta get this in. Your boss is like, what are you doing? Get back to work. Get off your phone. That would be tough. But then again, the beauty about trading futures is that there's the Asia session too. So if you miss New York, hey, guess what? You got Asia session. And it stays open until London as well, and it just rinses and repeats, which is an absolute beautiful thing. That's what I love. That's what I love about futures. I know I mentioned it briefly yesterday, but I remember like whenever I committed to being like, hey, I'm gonna look into trading. Start trying to. I was looking at small caps. Looking to start there first. Find something like penny stocks or something and invest and take my limited 3 trades because I don't have the, 25K. So I was limited by PDT, but then futures, it just popped up, and no pun intended, but futures was at that time, I was like, this is my future. Being able to trade around the clock, 23.5, because the market closed well, I guess it's 23.6 because Sunday night is when it opens too. So you got to look at it from that side. But that's what I love about futures, man. And even if you, don't get the big moves in the morning, you can still catch some of the big moves at night too. Asia may move slow, but I mean, you're getting at least 10, 20 points. And to be honest, that's quite a bit. It doesn't matter what you trade, micros, minis. 20 points is still quite a bit. Even 10 points. I mean, 10 points for me, I'm a golden man. Looks like we were bouncing up. 660. That was a move right there to go in long, but very kind of tricky. We have a minute and a half until the next candle opens. But I'd imagine they're probably going to try to take this level up here again. The bulls are going to come in here. Yeah, no, dude, Magic, I feel you, man. It seems like I'm calm here, but internally, I'm like fighting the urge to not FOMO in, if I'm being honest. And the best way not to get FOMO is just walk away, but I'm streaming here, so I'm gonna try to distract myself, do something else. Let the market do its thing. Yeah, I'll come back down. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Glad I didn't chase it. We don't chase. Sometimes I will, though. I'm not going to sit here and be like, I am the perfect day trader that you need to follow. Nah. Dude, much like all you guys, I still go through my emotions. I still blow accounts. I still full pour sometimes, which is not good. But, in the spirit of transparency, just being honest with you guys, I'm not at that level yet. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking too, Magic. Since we've just been selling, like, are we gonna just pump up during market open? Although I will say sometimes Fridays tend to be a little bit more trendy than it is choppy. So seeing this, the market, could just keep tanking, right? Because I'm just trying to think from both sides. Like I'm thinking that it's probably gonna pump up too, right? But how many other people are thinking like that? And that's just a great chance for like the big market movers, right? You gotta be sometimes think the opposite of a retail trader. If I were an institution, everybody's expecting it to go up. So you know what? I'm gonna get in short. Everybody's trying to buy contracts and then it's just gonna keep plummeting. But anything could happen. I know it's not like a broken record. She keeps saying that anything could happen, but I have seen it too, where the market has dumped pre-market, and then you're like, oh, it's gonna go up. Nope. And vice versa. It can go both ways too, where the market just keeps pumping overnight. Like for example, whenever we were at all-time highs, you know, the market was just going up, right? Pumping up overnight, and you're like, oh, like we're finally gonna get a sell. Nah, we're just gonna keep going up, and sometimes it sucks whenever that happens. We might actually see 600. Holy cow. But then again, if the market doesn't want to pump up, hey, let me join in. Let me in. Let me in, boss. Let me in. I want to get in and make some money too. Oh, yo. Dude, what is this mess? It's still just this is some hard selling. Like on the 5 minute, there's no green candle at all. Dog, if you would have just captured, I mean, you would have got another 100 points, 100 plus if you just shorted from up here. Obviously, that's hindsight, right? With the power of hindsight, everybody's a great day trader. But to be a great trader, you have to be able to realize it in real time, which is, can be tough. We're still just selling. There's no opportunity really here. Will we see 600s pre-market? I mean, it came what? That was 1875 ish, kind of, yeah, 1850. So about 1850, 18 and a half points away from 600. Dude, that's crazy. But I would imagine some people are trying to go long here and be like, oh, it's going to reverse now, reverse now. And typically, whenever that happens, the big institutions, I'm not saying this is 100% correct, but I'm just assuming that they're coming in and saying, well, if you want to keep going up, hey, give me an order. We're going to keep driving the market down. People trying to predict the bottom here, which I have been guilty of doing that before too. Just expose myself. Or trying to predict the bottom, predict the top. Sometimes I do get it, but then I chicken out and I missed a really big move. I get like maybe 10, 20 points out of it, and then it just rips up like 200 points. And I'm just sitting here like, dog, I literally caught it perfectly. Why did I chicken out? But it's part of trading, right? I think we've all been there. Got ES moving down as well. So, oh, not really. We're kind of holding this level. Are they not going to go down to 600? Come on. I mean, I have no interest right now in getting in the market. If anything, if something does pop up, though, I just want to get my 10 points. But I'm surprised they just didn't go. I mean, I guess it was going to be a slugfest going down to 600. That would kind of make sense. But We're just being patient now. Because we got, what, another 30 minutes until market open? We're moving up. Looks like the bulls might want to try to push this up a little bit more. Yeah, bulls are kind of getting the strength. 30 seconds until, for me, 8 o'clock, top of the hour. Will the bears be able to push this down, close it red? If this does close green, might be a good chance to take a stab at a quick long. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. 2, 1. Oh, straight red. Oh, well, that was a 10 points. But kind of a weird close. Not really the close, the open that I wanted. ES looks like it's still teetering down, so ooh. Will they get 600s here? Is this where they're going to go to 600? If they flush 1850, a really good chance. But I think if they hold this, flip it back green, could be a good chance for the bulls to really just hold it up here a little bit longer. ES still falling down. NASDAQ coming down. Will the bears get it? I do want to take this though. If they want to come back, tag me in. I'll take the long here. Take a quick jab long. I might miss it here, but it is what it is. If I miss it, I'm not going to be too hurt. Let's take a look at ES. Missed it. I'm going to kill that trade. Probably still going to rock it up, but there we go. You're in the long. Nice, nice. I missed my entry, so I'm going to kill it. I don't want to chase this now. But if you got in at 40, you're sitting pretty good. Oh, no. No, go up. Don't do magic like this. No. Breathe. Try to, like, breathe from the bottom. Push it up. Just, like, blow some air from the bottom. Let it, you know, push it up. Push it up. 12 points. Hey, okay. Sweet. Nice, dude. Heck yeah. Good trade. 12 points. I would have got my 10 if I wasn't so chicken. I would have just got in here, but it is what it is. I've missed it. Could still be a good chance for the market to move up. So, I mean, I think I might still have a chance to get in, capture a little bit to move up, but got about 20 seconds until the next candle open. I would imagine we come back up to test these levels up here, kind of close to 700s, if the market's going to keep going up. Oh, shoot. Hold on, y'all. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Something came up, and I was like, "Oh, I am in deep waters." Gosh, dude, what a mistake on my end. Where did that? Well, you know what? I'm just gonna own up to my. I'm just gonna own up to my mistake. I'm a big boy. Looks like we're moving on up. Yeah, still kind of getting that pump up. $25 though with one MQ, dude, that's solid. I, $25 is $25. That's with my car that I drive, that's about like close to a full tank of gas. Looks like we're moving up. I'm going to take this long. If you want to come back, fill me out, retest the 56 level, and we missed it. I had someone reach out to me. It was like, "Hey, what happened here?" I just got so distracted. I was like, "Dude, I gotta walk away from stream for like a second. I gotta focus in." But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Sometimes honesty is, you know, just being honest will save your ass so many times out there. If you do something wrong, sometimes people are so used to the person that did the wrong thing lying about it. But if you just own up to it and be like, "Hey, I'm sorry, I messed up here," a lot of people sometimes that would just be like, they're not gonna have anything else to say. I'll take a gas. Dutch prices. Really? Dude, I know, what do you, I mean, I know that the dollars are a little bit different, right? But in terms of like your guys' I don't know what you guys use out there. I'm sorry, I sound like so stupid, but I guess your dollar value. Because for us, where I'm at, depending on where you're at in the U.S., if you're in California, for example, like you're gonna lose a lot of money. Gas over there's like $5 a gallon, but where I'm at right now, it's like $2.07 around there. So like it's pretty cheap from where I'm at. But I remember, I know Switzerland's very expensive, so gas there was a little bit more expensive than usual. But what are you guys sitting at? The I guess it's not per mile. You guys have kilometers. So how many gas or no, you guys have liters. Sorry, not gallons. How many liters of gas can you guys get with, your guys' dollar or that jazz? Oh, looks like we're pushing up. All right, let's see. Can we get this fill? Tag me on 45. Let's go back up to 56. There we go. Let's see if we can get this quick flip green. Just get back above this candle. We go back to 56 here. Let's get this quick flip to green here. Break it to 56. Looking at the ask. Ask is at 48. Can we get above 50 here? Ooh, not looking too good. No bueno. Let's get this. It's coming back. Ask is not great. We're not getting any of the ask above 40, 50. Oh, kind of FOMO that into that trade, so I'm probably gonna eat it right here. Tough. It is what it is. Yep. Take a loss. So we're now down $56.20 on the day. It is what it is, but 2.5, 2.10 years later. Dang, yeah. Dude, the situation, I mean, we might as well be in World War III, dude. I mean, I think there are already 14 countries that are involved in it. Wild times to be alive, right? I mean, I guess if you were born, well, for us it's different, I guess, because I'm in the U.S. Yeah. There's luckily my car's I drive a Toyota, so those things get some pretty good gas mileage. Oh no. Sorry, I'm not looking at the if you're wondering why I said oh no, I'm not looking at the board. I'm just sitting here. Okay. It's a Camry. Drive a good old 2014 Toyota Camry. It's one of the best vehicles. Toyotas are some of the best, at least in the US, some of the more reliable vehicles. Plus, I'm Asian too, and it's an Asian brand, so maybe I am kind of biased, but I like it. It's nice, chill. I think I get like, for me, it's 32 gallons a mile. I don't know what that equates to in liters, but super solid. It doesn't take much money to fill it up. So I have no complaints. Yo, is this just a fake out to the bottom? It is or it is though. Oh, really? Toyota? Yeah, dude, 100%. So reliable. Do you have a Camry or do you have like a RAV, like a bigger? I know there's like the Camrys. I think Corollas are another brand, which I'm more of like a Camry kind of dude. What I want to get though is a freaking Tacoma, dude. Get a Toyota Tacoma because those things are really good for off-roading and where I live at too. Right now, I'm not hauling anything big, so it would be nice to have something, you know. Okay, nice. So I mean, you get pretty good gas mileage on two of those, right? If that's the case, let's take this long. Let's flip it back. Kind of foam a little bit, but let's get this moved back up here. Get the brake back above. There we go. Back, we're up 145 again. 200. It is what it is. Yeah, I don't think that is sold in the U.S. Eagles, because U.S. we have the Ravs, we have Corollas, we have hold on, is it Corolla? I think it is a Toyota brand, or is that Honda? Either way, Camrys, Accord. No, the Accords are the freaking Honda. I'm a moron. Corollas are okay. But yeah, we don't really have too much. I think the most typical brands that you're probably gonna see in the U.S. are the Camrys and Corollas. I'm not much of a car guy, so if you are, don't judge me. I'm too broke to be really, talking about cars. So until I get rich, I'm kind of just like, give me a car that will last me from the time I'm broke to the time I'm rich. For me, as I'm not really much of a big spender of money, so I'm like, I live below my means, and even if I do get money coming in, I'm like, ugh, I'm kind of frugal with it. I'm like, yo, I don't want to freaking spend this money, man. Right? Like, I want to take the money. It's not really just saving. I just want to invest it. That's my thing. Is yo, like, my come up. I'm broke. I need a. Hold on, y'all. Oh, I guess I'll take crap. Hold on, I gotta fix some stuff out. I'm just gonna move my mic away and try to get this dealt with. But I'll just be here. I've kind of quelled down the fire a little bit. Man, I made such a big mistake, dude. Oh, this is unacceptable. Unacceptable. 15 minutes until market open. Moving on up. All right. Doesn't seem like 600 is going to happen. I might see it open. What would be nice, in theory, right? Not saying this is going to happen. At market open, we flush, break 600, get a pretty good wick, squeezing everybody, and then it just fully reverses. That would be an ideal day for a pump. But let's go look at the daily chart. This is the candle right now, so I wouldn't be surprised if it came back up to 800, kind of pulled back up here a little bit, 850, 60ish, and then it just kept falling for the rest of the day, or came back down. Because I mean, for this to just move all the way back up to 25, 200, I mean, that's a big move. I just don't know how doable it is. But either way, I'm just here to scalp. I'm going to be smart. Oh, what do I say here? I don't want to sound like I'm stupid. All good. They won't happen again. You know what? Let me just apologize to these people. I'm focused on something else. I'm messaging some other people. I made a mistake, so I'm like, as much as I don't want to apologize, I'm wrong. So, I gotta be the big dude. Gotta be the big man in that situation. I'm gonna remove that smiley face. Uh, yeah, it's just being accountable for your own actions. And it was an honest mistake of my end too that I missed. So I'm like, you know what? I need to own up to it. Oh, we get another move up? No. Got about 10 minutes until market opens. Looks like we're pumping back up. But being accountable for your actions, man, as much as it makes you feel, vulnerable, it is what it is, you just gotta be accountable for your actions. I have found that if you're just accountable for your actions, I know I said it a little bit ago, but honesty is the best apology. If you're just honest and be like, hey, dude, sorry, it's not gonna happen again. A lot of people, some people are just gonna push the buttons, but majority of people are just gonna be like, all right, you know what you did wrong, just be better next time. What do you do, right? You get mad at a dude, and instead of that dude getting mad at you, they're just calm, and you're like, oh, okay. Anyways, enough life lessons. Let's get back to trading. All right, getting some good movement. 9 minutes until market opens. Ugh, man. That's a try, man. Nice, another 12 points. So it's another 25 bucks in the in the pocket. Dude, solid. Way to go, Magic. Kind of missed my entry. It was showing weakness, and I was looking down here, so I missed to get in long for the move up. Which I guess I could have gotten here either way, but didn't really want to chase it. Got about it's 8, so 7 more minutes here shortly until the market open. Oh, that was Jenny's. Sorry, y'all. If you haven't noticed, I talk to myself quite a bit. Just speaking out my thoughts. I swear I'm not crazy. I swear. But I have found out, I'll be honest, a lot of successful people were deemed crazy. I would say don't be afraid to be crazy about your dreams and goals. If you want to do something, you got to be obsessed and you got to be fanatical about it. People are not going to understand your dreams. They're not going to understand your goals. They're not going to understand you as a human because you seem like a crazy fanatic. But the thing is, you're only crazy until you make it. Once you make it, you are considered a genius. Everybody's like, dude, I knew this person was always going to do. Like, I knew you had it in you. Like, sure, you said I was crazy and I was stupid, that I was never going to make it or amount to anything. But here you are now in my corner cheering for me. Just, some points. Always happens. I tell people all the time too, though, like, hey, don't be afraid to look stupid either. Because sometimes so many people are just afraid to look stupid that they're not going to ask for help when they need help. Right? So it's like, dude, just freaking ask. You don't know anything about it. So stop trying to act like you know anything about it. Just go ask. And the beauty about that is that, it expands everywhere too. It's not just in one certain field. Success principles I've learned are universal. It doesn't matter what field you're in. If you're even in a corporate job environment or just a job in general, it doesn't matter. The thing is, it applies there too. 5 minutes. Looks like it's starting to get a little bit bright on my end, which is great. Sun's starting to peek through. I mean, we've already had sunrise, so past couple of days it was pretty rainy, so we're now getting some sunshine, which is great. Right, 25, 4 minutes here shortly until market open. Why am I bored doing this? Three and a half more minutes. I'm just surprised that they came so close. I mean, not so close, but it technically is really close to 600. Are they not going to break 600? Because what would not be great for the Bulls is if this at open just pumps up. I mean, it would be great, right? Because that's what, Magic we kind of talking about. But, you kind of mentioned it too, pumping up. But if it pumps up right at open, it doesn't break 600, I think it might come back down. Obviously, not financial advice. I'm kind of just thinking out loud, but sometimes it's not a pretty thing. Either way, though, I'm just here to make some money. Give me my little money and I'll be good. Start stepping right on up to 660. We're 100 points away from VWAP, so it's going to be a very interesting Friday today. We just sold, well, we didn't really just sell all night. I guess the first half of the Asia session, the Asia session, we went up. And then once London opened, we went down. I've never traded London before. Maybe I should try. No, I shouldn't, to be honest. New York is my bread and butter. Yeah, that's true, Magic. So the pump up at the morning may be the retracement. If I'm kind of just thinking, it might be the retracement, and then maybe do like, I'm kind of just playing this out in theory, right? Pumps up, forms a bull flag, makes them move up a little higher. We come back up to this level up here, 880, and then just falls. Right? The best thing is just we got 30 seconds. Just I'm gonna sit in my hands and let the market do its thing. Here we go. 10 seconds. It's opening. It's gonna do it. What's gonna happen? What is going to happen? All right, we are open. Flip a coin, ladies and gentlemen. Which way are we going? Up or down? Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. All around. You know what would suck, Magic? Is if we get like, it keeps moving up and then the next candle, it just freaking falls straight down. Oh, that was so annoying. Straight up and straight down. Like I'm not even talking about the same candle going up and down. It's like this prints green. It looks like it's going, in the bullish direction, and then it just next candle prints red and absolutely just decimates everybody's accounts. Not a really volatile open. I was kind of expecting more of like a huge pump up or something, but all right, we're coming down. Let's take a look at ES. ES is coming to the lows too, approaching the lows of the overnight. I mean, this is now New York, so this little junk back here is overnight. Looks like we're moving up though. The bulls are here. But just being patient, being patient. Let's wait to see what happens here. ES is still falling down too, but the thing is, ES is down here, but NASDAQ is up here. Got me a little bit worried. Will the bears have the strength to rip it back down? They're just stalling up here. I think I like this for a long. Let's get in long. I want to see us pump up, break back, and go to the 700s. We're stalling out here, so let's get this move. Come on, bulls. Come on through. Let's get the juice going back up. Really want to see them start pumping here and get back above this and flip it green. Sweet. Now let's go into break even here. I'm going to go ahead and take that $310 right there. Probably still going to go up, but yo, I'm good right there. Definitely left money on the table, but you know what? I felt the emotions. Hey, look at me though, right? You should have just left your entry right there. But dude, I'm okay with that. Look, we're up 452.60 in the day, so bounce is now above the buffer. Just gonna be patient here. And the reason why I also wanted to take that long entry was because we were just kind of stalling out here. Like it wasn't strong movement down here. I think if the bears really wanted to take control, they should have flushed this down, but it was showing some weakness and just some pattern recognition I've learned over time. This is kind of like a trader's intuition. It's just kind of, to be honest, out there. If you're out there, you probably should just be trading your strategy. But for me, I kind of sometimes rely on my intuition. Like, okay, we're showing some weakness. Hey, let me just take it in. Which I should have just left my entry right there, my take profit, but no use crying about it, right? No use crying over spilled milk. Appreciate it also, Magic Man. We are 2 for 1, 2 and 1. Mm, Now that that's happened, though, I'm gonna sit back. Well, that's what I'm already doing, but just kind of waiting. This is I guess this is the pump that we were talking about, Magic, right? The little pump. 60. I mean, I thought I was gonna make a big ripper to the upside, but not really much happening. ES has made new lows on the day. I mean, is ES gonna lead Nasdaq? Is that what's gonna happen? Because ES has just made new lows in the day. Nasdaq is lagging behind. think Nasdaq might be trying to catch up here shortly. Either way, I got my dub right there. That's what matters to me. One thing about trading is sometimes you can be right and be wrong. And you can be wrong and be right. The market was going down. Technically, before this candle printed, I was going in the wrong direction. But I was right in taking my little quick take profit. All right, I don't know if y'all just heard my stomach growl, but I swear, man, I'm not that broke where I can't buy food. All right, ES is still making new lows. I think Nasdaq is going to follow shortly here. We're about to see 600 coming up. Break above 1150. I mean, sorry, not above. What am I talking about? Break below. What's going on? Yo, don't pull this fake, dude. Is it really just gonna fake here and go right back up? I mean, I'm not even in a trade, so I don't know why I'm crying about it. It doesn't matter. But ES is like way significantly lower. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get some water. Yeah, dude, this is a very dangerous zone. Because, dude, ES is at the lows. You know what? Let me just pull it up. I'm gonna quit talking. So this is ES right now, right? ES is at the bottom down here. But when we go to NASDAQ, NASDAQ is not down. See, like it's. What does that mean? Does that mean that we're not gonna make new lows? We're not gonna see 600. We're gonna just rip it right back up. Hey, Chad, you're what it do? I know you're watching the stream, Chad, but don't spill the beans at the JOB, okay? You didn't see me here, all right, Chad? You didn't see nothing. I'm not the lead that you know at work. I'm just an internet streamer that, you know, so happens to look like the Asian guy that you know. But I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy, pal. Right on. We're moving up though, so it looks like we might retest the 700. Well, we're about to see it right here. What a fake out though, man. Straight down and straight up. Much love, Chad. Yes, yes, sir. Oh man. It probably this move probably was just to recover and kind of fill this mess in because we just went green, 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 green. It was like a stair stepper. So magic, this might, you know, still be valid for a pump up. You know that retracement, unless they just want to go red here and all of a sudden just sells down. That would be a unfortunate. Here we go. Bring it to the upside. Will the bulls step through here? We're kind of in this little 100-point range, which isn't bad, but it's like a choppy 100-point range. Well, I wouldn't say choppy, it's just up and down. That's very dangerous. Very dangerous level. I wouldn't be surprised if we broke back through again. But just trying to be patient here, sit in my hands. We don't have any other news that is coming out that is big news. I think the biggest news was just NFP. So now that NFP is out of the way, sorry, y'all, I gotta focus on the JOB. Can't spell. Chopping. What's going on? ES is still at the lows of its range, but NASDAQ is at the highs. I don't like it because the two are doing completely different things. ES is set up for a bear flag, but NASDAQ technically right now is set up for the bull flag. And here we go, we're getting that breakout. Very dangerous chop. The thing about trading of the chop zone too is you don't know you're getting chopped until you get chopped. And that's super corny, but that's so true, right? You're just so focused on trading that you just keep taking losses after losses. You're like, what's going on, dude? This trend is not working at all. And then, you realize, oh, shoot, it's been barcoding. I have flubbed. Hold on, I gotta send some emails out. Looks like we're breaking above. If they get above 33, what do we got next? I mean, there's really no level up here, to be honest. The true level is going to be up at 880, so let's see here. All right, looks like ES is kind of pulling a little bit of a V reversal. Watch this just completely tank right here. It's not going to even break above, or if it does, it flushes above 40 and takes everybody out. Pretty good, Chad. I mean, the market right now is not as volatile as I want it to be. It's not bad, but so far we are up 452 and 60 cents on the day. I've taken 1 loss and 2 wins pre-market. Oh, sorry, no. I think I was 2 and 1. Now I'm. Oh my, you know what? Let me look. What am I at? All right, 4 trades total so far. So I'm 3 and 1. 1 loss and 3 winners. But yeah, dude, we're trying. We're trying to make some bread here, little by little. Look like we're falling down. ES is not making up. So, to be honest, if we keep just hanging out right here, shorts might come back in. I wouldn't be surprised if we just tanked with this next candle. We got about 4 seconds until we open. So print green here, turn it back down, or it goes down here. Very tough level right now to kind of trade. It's 50-50 almost in any direction, because we've been selling overnight. Chad, just kind of give you some perspective. During Asia session, they opened, we kind of chopped up a little bit, but once we hit like London session, everything just kind of tanked, and we shot basically 400 points, 500 points all the way down here to 650, which is a little bit crazy. So I guess market sentiment is, hey, let's go up, right? But I like this for this short. Let's see if we can get tagged in back up here. Good rejection. Want to get that fill in up here, and let's bust it back down. There we go. Let's see if we can get this sell back down here to 82. Oh no, looks like the bulls are coming back in. They don't want the bears to take control. Let's see here. I think we're still valid as long as we can close below my entry here. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. Can we get 82 on the ask? There we go. Perfect. I probably could have moved my take profit down here because I feel like the market's going to come down now, but wanted to go into that short. Didn't have enough time to explain it, but we waked up. I was kind of looking for that as well. Waked up. It didn't keep going. Came right back down. So I was like, let me get in. And like I said, appreciate it, Magic. As always, you know, hey, we're just here to, we're here to get what we can. Definitely missed out. Left a lot of money on the table, but hey, I got my piece of the pie. One thing I talk about a lot, and I'm trying to get over my greed too. We kind of talked about last night, Magic, on my overnight stream, but dude, I'm trying to get rid of the greed, and the base hits are really, it's my bread and butter because it's nice, 10 points, it's easy. If it hits, I'm happy with the results, right? $200 on a trade. I mean, you make that daily. Granted, you're never gonna ever just make money daily, okay? Trading has its ups and downs, but you know, if you made $200 daily, that's basically, you know, a full day's 8 hours of trading, you know? I swear, if we close green, the bulls are gonna come back in, they're gonna push it back up. I might get back in long and be a degen. Nah, I think we're getting the move down. So right now, currently on the board, the stats, we're up 654 and 50 cents. Balance now is at, don't look at the 5, it's 2803. So I just need to trade one more day and I can log in a trade. Let's go, Magic. 12 points. Everybody's eating today. We love that. Making money, the chat's making money, and you know. One thing too is kind of change the topic is, you know, whenever I see a streamer trade or anybody out there trading, I'm like, I just hope you win. Because I know what it's like to lose, dude. It just sucks. Oh. Base hits pay, Magic, right? Base hits pay, dude. Had I just held that and moved my stop, well, not freaking stop loss, my take profit down here to 20, dude, I wouldn't have gotten stopped out. Water be swelling bullets now. Exactly. Slow but steady. Now I just need 19 other accounts. I need like 100. I need 20 plus other accounts and, you know, get to the payout. We're sitting solid. It's very choppy though, dude. You know, I was expecting us to kind of be trendy, but man, this market's just chopping. It's just unfortunate. Not that it matters. I mean, we've made enough money, right? Look, I think I was talking about having a piece of the pie, but one thing that I've noticed a lot about myself is sometimes I want the whole pie and it ends up just biting me in the rear end because I'm like, dude, I don't want that one slice of pie. I'm starving. I want the whole thing so I could be full. But the thing is, I know this sounds corny and it sounds stupid, but imagine, you know, I'm on the side of the street. Some dude's like, dude, you're starving. Here's a piece of pie. And I tell him no, I want the whole pie. And he's like, all right, I'm going to move on. Another guy shows up and he's like, "Hey, I have 2 slices of pie. Would you like this? I don't want it." And he's like, then I say, "Nah, I want a whole piece of the pie." And so I'm already starving at this point, and more opportunities just keep passing by. And they're like, "Dude, I got 1 slice." And by the time someone does come around with a full pie, he's like, "Hey, I don't want this pie. You can have it." I'm already freaking like dead starving. I just smash that pie right there. But the thing is, it's just enough to get me right back to break even, right to where I'm about to starve again. And had I just taken those pieces of the pies before, I would have been good. Terrible analogy. I know, guys. I'm sorry. But that's just the way, my brain is wired. That's how I like to explain it. You're starving, so, dude, take what you can. It'll add up in the long run. Sometimes easier said than done. Here we go. Okay, we're getting this break. Looks like we are finally moving to the upside. Does this mean that we're finally going to get some trendy movement? Are we going to come back up here? Because I know that sometimes if you're trading like options, I know there's a gap that opens up. So they're going to move it all the way back up here, 150. I mean, let's take a look at the daily chart. That's a, shoot. That's a pretty big stretch. I mean, 800 is probably 850, 60-ish. I don't know. Or this is just a fake out and everybody's about to get chopped out. All right, I was lying. Come on, Nasdaq, keep going up. Don't do what I just said. Watch this just like move right back up. This was just a ploy to squeeze in some people that are going to go short. Obviously, it's not going to happen, right? I'm just kind of speaking out my thoughts, but sometimes the market will do that. Like, oh, it's going to go back to the range that we want. Nope. It don't always happen like that. Like that might be the case. Ooh, I'm so tempted to go long, but I'm like, I don't want to. I'm up. I'm up 654. Just be smart. I don't want to. I don't want to squander it. I just have a feeling it's gonna rock you back up. I got a minute to recover the move. The bulls have a minute to push it back up. 30 seconds now. All right, good. Good thing I didn't chase it. Still just chopping. Question is, are we gonna get? Is this all we're gonna get today? Is just this chop? Is that what's gonna happen? Dude, that would suck so much. Normally, having a trendy days is where it's at, but this might be a day for the choppers. Anybody that trades range, a range trader is definitely eating this up. They're having the time of their lives. They're having the time of their lives. So Nasdaq still hanging at the lows of the day, at the bottom of its range, and Nasdaq is at the top. I think that's a really good indication that it will chop too, which is also why I want to see the pair move incongruency, because when you get this whole mess of like One is moving against the other. Nasdaq up here, but ES down here. Probably gonna get a choppy day. Oh, excuse me, or choppy range until one or the other decides to catch up. But if we're stalling here, we're not getting much higher. I think the bears really might want to come back through and push it down. They're trying. They are trying. They are trying. They are really, really trying. But the best thing about this is that, hey, you ain't got to be in a trade. Here we go. Whoop. There's a drop. What are the chances that it goes back up again? Still just chopping. I think this might actually be the true breakthrough to the bottom now. So we have about 20 seconds until we get the next candle open. ES is going back for new lows, which is really keeping NASDAQ low. Not a good wick. What's happening here? Right back up. Right back down and right back up. Although I like this for short, I'm going to put my stop loss right above this candle. See if we can get this flush down here. Break out of this range. Let's go down to these lows down here. Go test that 53 level. Finally get this break. There we go. There we go. Perfect, perfect. Nice and easy, lemon squeezy. Took that short there because just all this mess. And pattern recognition too. Came down, left the wick. Guess what? They're going to fake out some of the bulls. How many people are trying to go long here? I got my little 10 points there. I am mad. So right now, we are now up 856 and 40 cents. Balance is at 3,000 now. So I think this might be a good spot to call it. I mean, you know, it's a Friday, made my $800. Don't really have an appetite to get in anymore, and I don't have any other evaluations. There we go. Market's starting to break now. I think this is where we probably get the maybe finally see new lows for NASDAQ. And the reason why I wanted to take a short there too was because ES was hanging at the bottom. So I was kind of inferring from both, like, okay, ES is not making new highs. ES has weakness going towards lowers. We keep rejecting off this level up here. This was a fake break to the downside. This, if the bulls wanted to take control, should have closed up here. What I wanted to see if the bulls wanted to take control up here was close above 730s and then keep rocketing up. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. And we came back down. So I was like, okay, I can probably squeeze in my little 10 points down here. Take my base hits. Look at that. Base hits, base hits, base hits. If I didn't take that base hit, now I'd be stopped out. But either way, I mean, I've been able to get some dubs from that. So, hey, base hits add up. They very much add up. Oh, shoot. 26. I gotta redo that one. Gotta redo that one. Yo. All right. Dang, what is this? Oh, it is 100%. We're in the chop. Anybody that's trading out there, hopefully you've made your money. I'm so glad I took, this is why I stick to my bread and butter. 10 points. It is I've built my bread and butter for days like these. Cuz sometimes trendy days are good, but more than most of the time we might get some chop. And my 10 points are to it's kind of like insurance. Where if it's a choppy day and I don't know that it's a choppy day, I can at least get some points in, right? Take some dubs, take some small W's. So the stats, I know you guys won't be able to see it, but I've taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trades today, 1 loser and 1, 2, 5 winners. Watch this just vomit back down. Just whoop. That would be unfortunate. Tragic, tragic. Come back up. I mean, I think the Bulls close up here might be a good chance for them to run it back up to 800 level-ish. Which they have about 40 seconds to... The Bears have 40 seconds to close it down here, but the Bulls close up here. I think it's a bullish close, and the Bulls might finally be able to come in and get, eat a little bit. Get a little bit of their dubs. But today we played the game. We went long, we went short. Played both sides, and we ended up profiting. $770. Yeah, if we close up here, it's gonna be a bullish close. Bulls might want to step in here. What is this? Let's go, Magic. 20 points on the breakout. Where was your entry? I'm assuming 30, 20? Or I mean, if you got down here, dude, props to you. 20 points? Super solid, man. W's all around. Looks like the rain is moving in too, so it's getting dark again on my end. I need to get some lighting, make my stream look a little bit more professional. And a better camera too. Well, actually, I'm using a webcam, but I do have a good camera from a good friend that was in chat. If you're still here, you know who you are. But I just gotta get a capture card so I can convert it into a webcam. Oh yeah, Chad. Yeah, dude. Hey, Chad, that guy gave me a great camera too. Well, didn't gave me, but gave me a good purchase of a good camera. I still have it with me to this day, and I need to get a capture card for that card, you know? Oh, for real? You do? Yo, hit me up in the DMs, Chad. Because I went to Best Buy to look for one last week, and I was like, shoot. Because the camera I have now is not bad, but it can be a little bit blurry. Magic entry was at 746. Oh, okay, dudes, yeah, solid. So you went right into profit right away, do you? That's what the best trades are, the one that you enter and it immediately goes in the way you want it to, right? Straight to your take profit. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, today's a choppy day. I don't know if it's a obviously not financial advice, but I don't know if it's a day where you hold on to runners, right? Because I mean, you got this whole jazz and whatnot. It's just the best feeling. You get in straight to take profit, and you're like, dude, let's go. You know, sometimes whenever that happens to me, I'm like, I'm just so happy, and I'm like, all right, let me just walk away. Which is great. And if you see me just stop talking out of nowhere, it's because I gotta focus on something else. So I'm not ignoring anybody. Yeah, dude, choppy market. Take what you can get. Hey, walk away with that win. Especially on a Friday. The last thing that me personally, I don't know if anybody else is feel this way or if you feel this way as well, Magic and Chad. You know, when you're trading, is I don't want to walk away on a Friday in the red, dude. That just kind of eats you, especially for like beginners. Like if you are new to this, like brand spanking new, dude, it's gonna eat you alive. I've gotten better at it, but man, even being, I guess, in it for a while now, and you know, being in this industry, it still sucks to end the Friday on a red because now you gotta think about it over the weekend. Of like, oh, it just randomly pops up in your mind. You're like, man, once the market opens, I got to try to make this loss back, and it just not good psychology. Heck yeah, dude. Solid hill. Oh, Elgato, dude. Elgato is solid. You trying to pawn it off, Chad? Hey, shoot me a. Like, it fits into the Sony, right? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter as long as you have the cord. HD 60S. Let's see here. Dude, Elgato's a pretty solid brand too. This wave mic arm that I have is Elgato. I should have got the MK2. This is like the high profile one. I should have got the MK2 because it can go low profile and high profile. But I'm kind of just like, ugh, dude, I've already bought it, so I was like, oh well, it's too late. Oh really, Chad? Do let me know, man. I'll pay to take it off your hands. Might be a bit because I spent a lot of investments on the biz, I guess, for the funds. But dude, if you're selling, let me know. Yes, sir. Let me know, man. Let me know. Because I was thinking about getting a webcam, but I'm like, I have the camera and it has really good quality, so I probably should just use that. Yo, Magic, look at it, dude. Good thing you took profit where you did, man. Because, yo, it's just freaking tanking now. Dude, chopping, man. Oh, what a freaking disgusting move. I said bullish close, and here's the thing. It's coming right back down. You hate to see that, dude. I mean, if you took the breakout here at 690 or whatever, 691, and you went all the way up to 770, that's 60 points. Dude, anybody that I feel bad for people that are just holding on to the winners nowadays, or today in particular. But that's why we take our base hits, right? Right, Magic? Hey, we ain't trying to be greedy. We're just trying to be smart, trying to get our stuff. We're moving right back up to right back up. Look at that, dude. Disgusting job, dude. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting, dude. That was a basically 50-point drop right back up. Yeah. Wild. Sorry, I gotta check something around here. No. Dang, dude. I guess, well, Magic, you know what? We are getting the retracement that, that we talked about, right? You kind of mentioned it, you talked about it. Hey, it's not exactly what we wanted to get, but hey, it's moving on up, right? I'll take that as a dub. I'll take that as a win. Get that win. Yo, bro, Chad, if you're here, you're the man, dude. 100% a bro. But let's see. I don't think we're not. Well, I can't speak. I don't think we're gonna be getting much more action here, and I definitely don't want to get stuck in another loss and try to recover it. So, right, Magic? Yo, put me on the freaking CME, man. Put me on the stock exchange in Chicago, in New York, dude. Freaking geniuses here. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to get too over the top of my head. I know that whenever I get cocky, dude, I get immediately burned. But with that being said, I think I'm probably gonna call it here. I mean, we're up already. I've been streaming over for an hour now, but technically it's only been 45 minutes since the market opened, and I'm up 856, balance at 3,000. I just need another day of winner, and then I should be able to request a payout. But dude, I think I'm gonna call it here and just kind of walk away. I'm happy. Chad, Magic, appreciate you fellas jumping in. Keeping the chat lively. But other than that, hopefully you guys walk away in the green. Be smart about your trading. And enjoy the rest of your weekend.